Russia's invitation of Ukraine, a list of key events in 14 days. So, it's Eagle Stamina TV, na EAGLESTAMINA. You are almost welcome. World Crimes Investigation. Ukrainian authorities are investigating alleged war crimes by Russia after finding hundreds of bodies, some burnt and shot at close range, strewn around towns near the capital Kyiv after Kremlin forces withdrew to refuse attacks elsewhere in Ukraine. Ukraine says 50 out of some 300 bodies found after Russian forces withdrew from Bucha were victims of extrajudicial killings by Russian troops. Satellite images show a 40-meter long, 45-feet trench dug into the grounds of a church where a mass grave was found. Russia says alleged crimes by its troops in Bucha are a provocation and no residents suffered. Diplomacy. World leaders have condemned the killings and called for an independent investigation. Russia has called for a special United Nations Security Council meeting to address the situation in Bucha. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appears in a video aired at the Grammy Awards and appeared to viewers to support Ukrainians in any way you can. About fightings. Ukrainian General Staff has said Russia is expected to mobilize about 60,000 reservists. Explosions were heard in the early hours of Monday in the cities of Kherson and Odessa in the south, while air raid sirens sounded across the east. The governor of the eastern Donetsk region has shelling continued overnight. Russian shelling killed 7 people in Kyiv, Ukraine's second largest city, the region prosecutor's officer says. Heavy fighting has continued in Mariupol as a Russian force attempts to take the southeast port city, British military intelligence says. Let's say about economy. Ukrainian demands crippling new sanctions on Russia from major Western powers over what it called a massacre in Bucha. Germany says the West will agree to impose more sanctions on Russia in the coming days, with its defense minister says the European Union should discuss ending imports of Russian gas. Let's thank you again and wish you to be with us to our long live discussion, documentaries and others. Let's continue say about Zelensky. Zelensky pleads for more weapons, call for embargo on Russian oil. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky asked other nations to ban Russia energy export, which he said are enabling Moscow invitation of his country. Oil is going off the two sources of Russian self-confidence, their sense of impunity. He said in the late night address, another source, gas, will also be shut down over time. It's just inevitable. Zelensky late Friday emphasized the need for a war crimes tribunal for Russia and for more weapon support to Ukraine. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson met with Zelensky in Kyiv, where he pledged more military and financial support to the embattled country. London is sending armored vehicles and anti-ship missile systems ahead of an expected Russian offensive in eastern Ukraine. Russian forces are concentrating their efforts in the country's east as thousands of people try to flee the region. Russian air attacks over Ukraine's south and east are expected to increase in the coming days, through it continues to face stiff Ukrainian resistance. Several world leaders have fiercely condemned a missile attack on an eastern Ukrainian train station in Kramatorsk that killed at least 52 people, with the EU introducing new sanctions on Russian individuals. Zelensky renewed calls for immediate embargo on Russian oil, says Ukraine can't wait. Ukrainian's president has renewed calls for the whole civilized world to immediately ban Russian oil, as Ukraine does not have time to wait. In his night address, Volodymyr Zelensky said action must be taken immediately and the oil embargo should be the first step. It must be carried out at the level of all democracy, the whole civilized world, he said. Russia will feel it, then it will be an argument for them to seek people to stop pointless violence. Zelensky has been pressing world leaders to impose a full embargo on Russian energy for weeks now. Oil is one of two sources of Russian self-confidence. They are sons of impunity, he said in the late night address. Another source, gas, will also be shut down over time. It's just inevitable. But the Ukrainian leader stressed the urgency, saying that Ukraine does not have time to wait. Freedom does not have time to wait. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called on Western nations to increase their support for the embattled country after British Prime Minister Boris Johnson pledged more military and financial aid. The two leaders meet in Kyiv early in the day, leading British to increase support for the country. It's time to impose a full embargo on Russian energy to increase the supply of all weapons. Let's thank you to everybody who visits us and make subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's EAGLESTAMINA TV, still your boy EAGLESTAMINA. We love you too much.